Hi everybody, Rusty Blackwood here, and I welcome you to my loft on this December 10th, 2025 day. My, we're moving one day closer today to Christmas, and I am so excited. I always am when I'm coming up to Christmas, even though this year is a little different than years past. I'm coming to the first year anniversary of my brother's passing on the 27th of this month. And so, it's a little bit more laid back for me than what it normally is. And my set is different today. So hopefully I can model my dress today for you all. And so we may as well continue with it. So I'm not running over time, so bear with me while I get up on my feet and show you today's dress. It is black, or I should say blue velvet, with a spray of sparkle across the bodice, as you can see. It is form-fitting. It has a lovely slit up the side, so you can, show a little leg if you choose to. Let's see, yes, see if you choose. And so this is a very lovely dress. I've had this dress for an extremely long time. I believe I had rung in the year 2000 in this dress, and so I had forgotten all about it, so I thought, well, I'm going to have a journey through my closets and just see what I have got that I can put on that is very festive for this lovely Christmas season. I don't think I've changed all that much since the year 2000. I seem to still get into this dress okay. And it is sleeveless, as you can see, just spaghetti straps over the shoulders. The gown gives with the body very nicely as you move. And my shoes today are from Sheen. They are acrylic crystals over the toes and just a crystal heel. They're not really stiletto. They're about I suppose maybe a 2-inch heel today. So I'm going to bring everybody back over to the set. This is going to wobble a little bit as I bring it over, so bear with me. I have cables that run here, and it's just trying to get things over the cables without things going too wonky. And I'm stuck on my carpet here. Just give me a second. There we go. So I'll bring you over to my set today. Get everything in proper frame here, so you all can see my lovely Christmas tree today. And me. So, I hope everybody is having a really nice time decorating your homes and course, shopping and baking. I did our annual Christmas puddings the other day, day before yesterday. I did two of them, one medium-sized and one small. Both of my sons just love it. And I go to my eldest son, Jamie's, every Christmas for Christmas dinner. I've been doing that for forever and ever. And he once told me, because I make my mother's traditional English plum pudding, even though there are no plums in it, still that's the name of it. And since my mom's been gone, I felt, because I am her daughter, that I should carry on the tradition and do it for my family. And so that's what I have been doing. My mother now has been gone. It'll be coming 10 years this September, or pardon me, was 10 years just prior, as September passed. And hardly seems that 10 years can pass that swiftly, but it does. And time waits for no one. And so I had decided after Mom passed that I'd carry on her tradition and do the Christmas pudding. And so Jamie had told me, Mom, if you don't do the pudding, don't bother coming to dinner. Of course, it was all in fun, but because I think one year I didn't do it. I just bought a pudding, and something time consumption or whatever. I didn't have a chance to make them, and I came with a boughten, supposedly traditional English plum pudding, and it had the ingredients for the sauce and everything in it, and I guess I don't think Jamie had it. We didn't have it Christmas night, Christmas dinner. We had other desserts that year, but the pudding was there, and I left it for whenever he decided to do it. And so I guess sometime in January, early January, he did it, and I guess he said he couldn't spit it out fast enough. He said was just terrible, and so that's when the saying, Mom, if you don't make Christmas pudding for Christmas dinner this year, don't bother coming. So I make it a point every year to make the pudding, and I did that this past Monday, and so fingers crossed that it turns out fine, that they're going to be satisfied with it. And I guess they don't have a choice. Either they're satisfied with it or they just don't have it. It's as simple as that. And so I'm going to have a drink of coffee here. So in my giant rusty cup. So I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas this year. This is not my Christmas video. This is just one of a few festive videos that I wanted to do this year leading up to Christmas. In past years I've just done one video for Christmas and one for New Year's. And but this year I thought, because I really haven't decorated to speak of or really done my usual prep like I normally do, I just decided that I would do it through my videos, that I would just produce a few more videos this year than I have in the past. And so this is why why I decided to do it, and show off some models, some beautiful dresses for y'all out there that are into the modeling aspect of it. So cheers everybody. as usual, lukewarm. I mean, it's very warm when I first make it, but by the time I actually get to it, it is no longer hot. So, I think I'm in frame here pretty good. I may just put this down just a little bit. Just bear with me here. It just seems like I don't think you're interested in my ceiling. Yeah, that might be a little bit better. And so, there we go. And so, today, what do I talk about? As you know, and I've spoken about in the past, I don't, I work without a script. So, whatever I'm talking about is just comes from off the top of my head of what I want to talk about. And so I know one thing that I did make a point to that I wanted to talk about in my next video that I did since the last one, mentioning my dear friend Gina Iafredi. She is a local romance author here in Niagara. And this is, here we go with the pop-ups. Oh my goodness sakes. Hopefully we are good to go. I hardly think you know anybody that has as many problems with a video as I do. Or so it seems anyway. Getting back to Gina, I had mentioned in a video quite some time ago now, that I was going to have her as a guest in my on my broadcast here. Another one. What's another one? And now I've lost my screen altogether. Can you? This is wild. Only on Rusty Blackwood's channel do you find this nonsense. But it is, my broadcasts are done live, and and so they're recorded, of course, by the time you see them, but when I'm doing them, they are live. And so if anything will happen, it will happen. And so, as you can see. And so, getting back to Gina again, I had mentioned that I wanted to have her as a guest on my oh my goodness sakes. I don't think that these pop-ups, to be perfectly honest, I'm far from a computer whiz, but I think I don't think these pop-ups actually show on the screen. I don't know, but tell me down below in the comments if you see them. They pop up, but at least, I see them, and they block the screen. And so and I like to be able to see what I'm doing when I'm doing a live video. And so I don't like something on the screen blocking my vision of the screen out. And so I had planned to have Gina as a guest on my channel here, eons ago. But Gina has had some different setbacks in her life. Her husband of many years has not been well for quite some time, and so it's been very difficult to coordinate a time for her to come to my set here for us to do a video. And Gina is a lovely, lovely lady. She is a fantastic writer. She is a romance novelist, has done a number of titles. They're all available on Amazon. She writes under her own name, Gina Iafredi. So if you Google her, go to Amazon and type in Gina Iafredi, you can visit her website and you can see all of her work, all her available work. Gina and I met, I believe it was in 2014 or 15, one of those years, at a book event in the main library in Niagara Falls. She and I were there along with multiple other authors for a Meet the Author event that was put on by the library, and there were authors there from the States that were touring with their latest novels and titles, or whatever novels or short stories, whatever they happened to have with them. And that's when I was doing Willow's Walk. I had already published Passions in Paris, Revelations of a Lost Diary, and I had been working on Willow's Walk, and I didn't have it. If it was 2014, I didn't have it yet ready to publish. If it was 2014, then or 2015, then then I did have it ready to publish, and I had put it out in. I published it in 2014 or 2015. My goodness, can any more mistakes happen in this video? And I had published it first in 2015, and then I had pulled it back for a short period of time for a quick revision and re-put it out in 2016. But I believe the copyright states 2015. I could be wrong. I would have to get it out and look at it. But anyway, no matter. I was there with Passions in Paris, and I had literature there for Willow's Walk, for interests as you do when you're doing an event, whatever title you happen to be there for of your own. If you've got something coming, you have literature there about it to promote it so people are aware of it and to watch for it. And so anyway, as it turned out, Gina and I, our tables were side by side, and she was there with her first novel, The English Professor, and marvelous read. And she has since done a sequel to The English Professor called, let me see, The Professor's Daughter, English Professor's Daughter, I believe. And another great read. I've read all of Gina's work, and I've thoroughly enjoyed each one that I've read, fully as much as the very first one of hers that I read. And in turn, she has read all of mine. And, you know, we help each other that way. And so she was the one that came to me and introduced herself, brought me a Ferrero Rocher. That was kind of nice. And had a copy of her book with her, and asked me if I would be interested in just swapping titles and reading each other's work. And so I thought, oh, that's kind of nice. And so I was just so taken with her graciousness that she was just so outgoing and so friendly and so easy to speak with, and got a marvelous outlook towards life. And she certainly had her share of setbacks. And so, but as I say, the time has not been proper for she and I to get together to do a video for you all. and where I could, sit back and interview her. In other words, I've never done anything like that where I've sat and been the interviewer. I've been interviewed many times, but to be the one doing the interview, I've never done that. So I mean that that could prove to be a total catastrophe. I don't know if and when we get it done. I'll put it up, and y'all can be the judge of that and tell me either, that well done, Rusty, or please just stop doing this. But like I believe so many things in life, if it's meant to happen, it will. And in the meantime, I guess I just, I talk about Gina and try to promote her work a little bit for you to check out, because if you do and you read her work, I have no doubt you're going to be as applauding to her as I am. She's a fantastic writer, and just an all-round lovely, gracious woman. And so today here in Niagara, it is a miserable day. I don't know how my lighting is here. I can't put on overhead lights because that just sort of washes everything out. So I'm hoping that the set is lit well enough for everybody to see me fine and to see everything in the set fine. My autumn series here on the table beside me. and so it's kind of a mix of snow and rain. It's cold. It's just above 30 Fahrenheit. I keep my settings on my computer to Fahrenheit. I mean, I can do Celsius, but I can't be bothered with it, figuring it out. So I'm old school. I grew up with Celsius and inches and feet and pounds and ounces and miles and so in sizing in clothes, inches, not centimeters, and so that's the way I prefer to do it. And so I'm in charge of my own production, so therefore I guess I can have things the way I choose to have them. To each their own. And so I don't know what else I'm going to talk about today. As I say, it's not a nice day outside at all. It is just one of those really miserable days. In fact, this kind of a day is excellent for writing. It really is, because you can hear the wind. Like up here in the loft, I'm right under the roof, and I hear the wind. Whereas when it's downstairs, when I was still downstairs before I moved up here, it could be blowing a gale outside, and I could see the trees moving out the windows, of course, and you could sort of hear the wind, of course, a little bit. But since I come up here into the loft, I have been up here in my loft now for 20 years, and I can really, really, really hear the wind outside. And since I've had the roof redone back in 2017, I believe it was, they took it had 3 layers of shingles on, and so they took it all right down to the boards and just put on, like this, the insulation is there and everything, and put on just one layer of shingles now to begin again, and of course now I hear everything like through the roof, whereas when it was still the 3 layers of shingles, they acted sort of like insulation, and you didn't hear the noise quite the same. But since it's now down to 1 layer again, I hear everything. It's just like I'm amongst it all at times. And so, but for writing, when you're sitting at your computer or at your laptop or whatever, like for me, I write on my desktop. Well, occasionally my laptop, but most of the time it's my desktop. And and you hear the wind, and you can really get yourself into the mood into that zone that at least I need to get into when I write. And so this is like a little bit of a mishmash of a video today, full of mistakes and interruptions and things that I certainly don't need. I hope you enjoy the dress today. Please tell me if you do down in the comments. And I'm going to be on my way right now before I'm not anywhere near my 30-minute mark yet, but I'm going to go anyway. I'm going to ask you to like this video and to comment the video. Please share it around on your media and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Help me get my numbers up a little bit more than where they are. It's hard. It's hard to get subscribers. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Hit the notification bell if you do subscribe so that you get notification whenever I put up a new video or a new film short. And I thank everybody for the response for Blackwood in Emergency. It was good to see that video was accepted as well as it was, because I wasn't sure just how well it would be accepted because of the subject of the film and what I was talking about, and or what the narration is talking about, and what you see me, and certainly not like anybody would normally see me. But I wanted to do that just to help people, because the Christmas season too can be very depressing for a lot of people, and depression can be it's a whole experience, not nice, and some people don't always react very well to it, and they don't speak up and get help where they should. And so I'm hoping that if that video helped to do anything, that it showed what can happen if you're too prideful to ask, or feel that you're being weak if you ask for help. So please, listen to a voice of experience here. And if you feel the need to talk to somebody, there's always somebody available. Their ear is always open. So please take advantage of that. So I'm going to wish God's blessings to each of you. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you happen to be. And I'll be back again soon with a new video, probably next week. And I've already got a nice dress in mind for next week. So please do tune in, as my little great-grandsons and I always say now. Here's another stupid pop-up. Oh my goodness. Peace and love to you all out there. Stay well, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.